Boot camp today, you're gonna want a mat, and then you're gonna need dumbbells for lower body and upper body, and you are gonna want a pair of light dumbbells. If you don't have light dumbbells, soup cans or nothing, because we do have iron crosses today. So if you can have weight, have weight. If not, we'll get to those later in circuit 3. But let's go ahead and get warmed up with some jumping jacks. Five more. And opposite toe touches. If you want to kind of step and walk into it, that's fine. Or you can stay stationary. But left fingers to right toes and vice versa. Get that leg up as high and as straight as you can. Stretch out those hamstrings. Two more each leg. And knee pulls into our single leg Romanian deadlift. So pull the knee up high, tap out if you need to, or pull and then transition and then switch. Oh, balance. Knee pulls up to the chest, push off into single leg Romanian deadlift to get warmed up. One more each side, really pull on that knee, get a good stretch. Then stretch out that hamstring by going into RDL. Narrow, regular to wide squats. So step it in nice and close, and then shoulder width, and then wider than that. Keep repeating that sequence. Sit back on those heels. A lot of leg stuff today, gotta get them warmed up. Two more times through, so 6 more squats. Step it in at shoulder width, slight bend in the knees. Hinge it forward for an I to a T. Palms face each other, going forward for the I, and then forward in front of you for the T. Push those hips back. Stay in that flat back. If you need to stand up and get back into it, that's fine. Just getting warmed up. On that T, really pinch those shoulder blades together. Two more times through, so 4 more movements. Back to jumping jacks, just how we started. Last 3, 2, 1. Very good. Nice and warmed up. We're going to go ahead and get into circuit 1. Our exercises for circuit 1. We have a burpee complex. Basically, our man makers and lady makers. I just called it something different. So you got your dumbbells, shoulder press, all the way down to the ground. Push up, renegade row. And then you come right back up into that shoulder press. Option for this, you've got modifications. You can just do the shoulder press, bend over row, and then you can set the dumbbells down and walk out into plank and walk back. Or you can completely get rid of the dumbbells and the complex completely, and you can do the modified burpees. Super quick though, step it back, bent knee, arm comes up. That's our first one. Our next one, suitcase deadlifts. Dumbbell in each hand, representing our suitcases. We're holding them in our hands, and then we set them on the ground, come back up without them, go back down to get them. So keep that weight back in the heels, shoulders back, keep your sight looking forward. And then we have a bent over fly to a renegade row. A lot of back today. So just like we were for the IT, pushing those hips back, nice flat back. Do your run over fly. Dumbbells come down. Renegade row, renegade row. Step it up, plant those feet. When you go to stand up and those dumbbells are down, we don't want to pick them up like this. That's going to hurt our back. So after the renegade row, step to the hands, and you can step all the way up and then bend down and pick them up. Or if you're going to pick them up, step, step, and then notice how I drop my hips and my butt, and then I power up with my legs, not my back. We're going to get started with our burpee complex. Remember with boot camp, we start with 1 minute, and then 45 seconds, and then 30 seconds. So let's go for round 1. 3, 2, 1, begin. Shoulder press. All the way down, push up. And then renegade row. Or your modifications, where you do your shoulder press, you do a bent over row, and then you drop down into plank. Or you're taking the dumbbells away completely and doing a modified burpee. This is not meant to be easy. This is meant to be tiring. So you're doing it right, I promise. If for some reason it bothers you doing push-ups with dumbbells on your hands, set your dumbbells down and then take your hands out to the side. 3, 2, 1, minute is up. Suitcase deads, get your heavies. Remember, we know they're down on the ground. We don't need to look at them. Keep looking forward, look straight ahead. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Go down with them and then come up without them and then go back forward. If you need to break this up in the process here, we got that bend, and then we're up, and you go back down, bend, hips go back, and then you drop even further. Break it up into pieces if you need to. Halfway. Just keep the weight in those heels, especially when you're standing, powering up. Use those heels. Those glutes, those legs, not your toes. Three, 2, 1. Bent over fly to renegade row. Bent over fly, our elbows are bent. Knees bent, flat back. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Fly, dumbbells come down, you can jump or step back and row just like we just did in our burpee complex. Modification for this. Drop to your knees for the renegade row and then step to the hands. You don't have to jump at all. Take your time, especially if you're standing up with dumbbells in your hands. Take the time to load, sit back in the heels, and then reload into that bent over fly position. 3, 2, 1, very good. Next up, burpee complex, 45 seconds. Shoulder press, drop it down, push up. Renegade row like we just did. Power it back up. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Again, if it bothers you to do that push-up, set your hands out to the side of the dumbbell and then come back for them for your renegade. 10 seconds left. Perform the modification that works for you. 3, 2, 1. Suitcase deadlifts. Feet right at shoulder width, if not a little narrower. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Halfway. Take your time. Sit back on those heels, especially when you're powering up with the weights. Save your back. We got a lot of back this circuit. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Downward fly to renegade row. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Get in that good downward fly position every single time. These aren't meant to be cardio moves, so take your time. Reset the feet from when you jump up into that fly. Three, 2, 1. Very good. All right. Last round. Back to that burpee complex. It's only 30 seconds, okay? Press, push up, row. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Ten seconds left. Three, 2, 1. Suitcase deadlifts. From one right into the other. Push through. You're so close to that break. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Already halfway. Three, 2, 1. Last exercise. Bend over fly to renegade row. Take your time, good form. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Three, 2, 1. Way too close. I know that one was tough. Grab some water and come back for circuit 2. Keep taking your break. I'm going to walk you through our moves for circuit 2. Our first one, scissor runs. Arms are straight, legs are straight. We got that nice run on those toes. Slight looking down, just don't tilt that head back. You're going a nice solid line. Go at your own pace. Modification for this. You don't really bring those toes backwards like we do when we're running. They're just nice taps forward. Where your arms are still straight, you're still looking down, kind of tucking that chin in. And then we have staggered deadlifts. So that means we have one foot in front of the other. Slight bend, dumbbells in each hand. Push those hips back, and then bring it back up. So slight bend, going into that nice flat back, and then powering up. And then halfway through, we'll switch. And then we have squat get-ups. So you're gonna want a soft surface for this. I'll walk you through it, and then I'll show you modification. Get nice and low, swivel on that toe, drop the knee. This one automatically swivels out, swivel it back. Step, step. And you just constantly down and up. Modification, stay down low and just swivel on the toes. You are still gonna feel it, I guarantee you, okay? All right, let's get started. Round one of circuit 2, 60 seconds on the clock for scissor runs. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Set your pace. You're here for a minute. Slight hinge in those hips, leaning forward, slightly tucking that chin. Pump those arms with you. Halfway, good job. Bringing that heart rate back up after our break. Our one cardio move of the circuit. Then we can focus on strength. 15 seconds left, let's go, pick it up, pick it up. Don't forget modifications. Super quick, legs are still straight. 3, 2, 1, very good. Staggered deadlift. We're all gonna start with right in front of left. I'll give you a side angle here. We'll switch halfway. 3, 2, 1, bend those knees. Nice flat back. Shoulders stay back. Sight looks forward. You can start with those dumbbells so your palms are at your sides, facing you. And then as you lower down, you kind of rotate them so now they're facing the front of your body. 10 seconds left on this side. 3, 2, 1, left in front, bend them and hinge. All the way in those heels, especially the front heel. You'll feel more inclined to go into the toes of the back foot, and that's okay. But we stay in that heel of the front. Keep those shoulders back. Last 3, 2, 1. Squat get-ups. Get your mat, your soft surface. Otherwise, if you're modifying it, you're here. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. If you can, alternate what leg you step up with. Otherwise, if that feels comfortable to continue stepping up with that, that's fine. I tend to do 2 in a row on one leg, and then I switch. I know some of us struggle with left and right, so do what works for you. You're already over halfway.
I know that was for me.
Hello?
The left, right?
Good job. Ten seconds left. Keep powering up with those legs, stay strong. 3, 2, 1. Back to scissor runs, 45 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. If you're modifying, you got quick feet, quick taps forward. Your arms are pumping with you. Halfway. Let those arms propel you a little faster. Pump those arms forward and back, forward and back. Quick feet, quick feet. Three, 2, 1. Staggered deadlift. Grab those weights. Right foot forward, left foot back. I'll stay at the side. Bend those knees. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Should feel it in the back leg's quad to the front of your thigh, and the front leg's hamstring to the back of our thigh. 3, 2, 1, switch and go. Three, 2, 1, weights out of your way. Squat get-ups are modified with that low pivot. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Stay low, stay low. Even when you stand up, you're still low. You're in that fighter stance. That leg that's helping you up, do your best to try not to push back with that back foot. Let that flat foot be the one that powers you up completely. Makes it a little tougher, makes you work a little harder. Three, 2, 1, scissor runs. Last round, last time you do any of these exercises, do your very best right here. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Job, already over halfway. Pick it up, you can go faster than that, let's go. 10 seconds left. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Good job, here we go. 3, 2, 1, great job. Staggered deadlifts. Right foot forward, left foot back, only 15 seconds, so don't rush. Still have good form, here we go. Three, 2, 1, switch and go in your set. Three, 2, 1, squat get-ups. Last time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. Job. If you're using that front leg and not that back one, those quads are on fire. Makes you go a little slower. Makes you really think about what you're doing. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right. That's circuit 2. Go grab some water and come back for circuit 3. Keep taking your break. I'm going to walk you through our moves for circuit 3. We've got a boxing move into a drop down to plank and then some plank jacks. So you're going to do right, left, right upper, left upper. So nice squat position, right, left, and then your hands come to the floor. You drop into that plank for plank jacks, 5 of those, and then jump right back up into that punching position. Modify it for this. Instead of going down into that plank, you're going to do right, left upper, and you're just going to kind of squat duck and then get right back into it, okay? Just completely take the plank part out of it. But again, for those doing that, it's 5 plank jacks, and then you're right back up. And then we have iron crosses, what we need our light weights for. Feet a little wider than shoulder width, arms are out. You look like a star. As you lower down into that squat, those weights come together to be in the front. And then as you stand up simultaneously, they go back out. If you've never done these before, I want you not to use weights. Start with your arms out, squat and bring them forward. You still are going to feel it. If you want to challenge yourself, start a little lighter this first round, and then increase your weight when we get to that 45 or 30-second round. And then our last one is just single leg deadlift hops. Just transitioning from our right to our left foot with a hop into that single leg Romanian deadlift, which is why we did it in our warm-up, to get those hips activated, okay? That single leg is gonna be quick because you're gonna be kind of off balance, but still try to get that back leg out as straight as possible, okay? 60 seconds on the clock, right upper, left upper, down to the ground, 5 plank jacks. Modify, just do a squat, ends up, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, box it out. Nice forceful punches too. Now just waving your hands in front of you. Make sure you load that body. So slight bend in those knees, kind of like a quarter squat when you're punching to stabilize that core. Halfway. Three, 2, 1, iron crosses. If you've never done it before, no dumbbells. If you don't have light dumbbells, then no dumbbells, okay? Or soup cans. 3, 2, 1, here we go. If you need to, drop your arms after every rep. Nothing wrong with that. Just do a lateral raise to bring it back up. And then rotate them so your palms are facing in. Halfway already. Job, it's just a simultaneous movement. Lower down, arms come together, stand up, arms go out. 10 seconds left. Come on, we got time for one more. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Get those weights out of your way. Single leg deadlift hops. Try to transition as far left and right as you can. Stabilize yourself first and then extend that leg back. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Get that balance and then go. So it won't be as much jumping. You need to stabilize yourself, catch that balance. Your goal is try to regain that balance on one foot and then stay with it. You have to tap out, then tap out. Otherwise, leave that foot hovering, pull that core in tight, and then engage the glutes and hamstrings, sending that leg straight back. Slight bend in that leg that stays. A little core stability balance today too. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Back to our boxing moves with that drop to plank and 5 plank jacks. Modify instead of planks and plank jacks, squat, duck, back into it. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Halfway. Good job, you're doing awesome. Keep that pace. 3, 2, 1. Iron crosses. We've already done it for a minute, so 45 seconds is nothing. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Job, get low, so back in those heels. Especially when we have weights in front of us, our body tends to want to shift forward, lean forward onto those toes. You're already well over halfway. Come on, give me one more. 3, 2, 1, weights down. Single leg deadlift hops. Balance first, then do the RDL. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Job. You absolutely can't regain that balance. Don't feel bad, just tap that foot and then go. Less than 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Back to boxing. Last round through circuit 3. Got 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Get after it with those punches. Don't just flail your arms forward. Got that punching bag in front of you, use it. 3, 2, 1. Iron crosses. Down to 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Jobs back in those heels, shoulders stay back. Try to round your back. Get low in that squat. Last one right here. 3, 2, 1. Weights away. Single leg deadlift hops. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Job, finish strong. Almost done with circuit 3. Well-deserved break coming up right after this. 10 more seconds left of work. 3, 2, 1. Way to push through, way to finish. Grab some water and then circuit 4. We've got some core and a little bit more shoulder, but we are done with all of your weights. Circuit 4, your first move, we've got a hollow body rock. Basically transitioning your body kind of from high boat to low boat. You want to make your body look like a boat or a banana, whatever word you like saying better. But you're going to take yourself back and then come up, and then your feet are going to tap out unless you have that really good core stability where you can keep those up. But trying to kind of rock back and forth in that hollow body rock hold, okay? Trying to keep those legs off the ground and that core engaged the entire time. And then we'll flip it over to a side, whatever side you want to start with, for side plank hip dips. Modification for this, your bottom leg, your knee is down, but your hip is up. Lower the hip, bring it back up. Otherwise, you're in that side plank, dropping those hips, and then halfway through, we'll switch to the other side. And then our last one, we've got IYTWO, so lying on our stomachs. We keep our chest up, everything from the knee down elevated, kind of like flying Superman. I, arms are straight forward. Y, out at an angle. T, all the way to the side. W, bend your elbows. O is behind your back, but do your best to not touch your glutes or your lower back, so try to keep them covered, and then bring it right back in. We'll kind of switch it every once in a while. We're also okay, you go at your own pace, or I'll lead that one through us, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with hollow body rock. 60 seconds on the clock, staying as tight, core stabilized, rocking back and forth. Try to not let those heels step out on the floor and try not to lay all the way back so your head, neck, and upper back touch that floor. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, begin. You can also modify this by rocking with your knees bent. If you're uncomfortable with going all the way back, you can kind of go back to that lower spine and then bring yourself back. Whatever works for you, make it work. It's gonna feel a little awkward, trying to rock. Try not to let those legs touch that ground too much. You're gonna feel this in your back. This is a great back and core exercise. Whenever you need a break, lower down, full body stretch, and then get back into it. We've only got 15 seconds left. Rocking all the way back without touching, and then bringing it up, keeping those feet, if anything, keeping those feet off the ground when you rock up. 3, 2, 1, very good. All right, we're gonna flip over to our side. Again, whatever side you wanna start with. Modify bottom knee down, hip up, or extend both legs out. 3, 2, 1. If you need to modify further, if this bothers your hips, just hold a side plank. And again, you can modify and just hold a side plank too as well if you don't want to do those dips. I will not be doing the dips. I'm not supposed to be doing oblique stuff. Twisting anyway. 3, 2, 1. Flip it on over. Get yourself set and start going immediately. Either holding or doing those hip dips where you're dropping down. Ten seconds left. Then we'll lie on our stomachs for our IYTWO. 3, 2, 1. Lay it down. I'm gonna lead you through this first one just so we get used to those movements and where our arms are supposed to be. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I, Y, T, W, O. Try not to touch the back or the glutes. I, Y, T, W, O. I, Y, T, W, O. I, Y, T, W, O. Hold O for a little bit. Remember, everything from the knee down is off the ground, chest up is off the ground. I, Y, T, W, O. And hold I for the last 3, 2, 1. Very good. Flip it back over. Back to that hollow body rock. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Job, pull that belly button in nice and tight. When you're coming up and you're in that upper position, if anything, if those back of the calves and the heels are not touching, that's perfect, that's awesome. If you have to tap them out, tap them out. But try when you get all the way down low, when you come up, to stabilize so they don't touch, they're just hovering there. 3, 2, 1, very good. Flip it over to any side. Side plank hip dips, or option to just hold the side plank. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Remember, if you're dropping those hips, those legs still stay straight though. We're not bending anything to lower that hip down. 3, 2, 1. Flip over other side. Up into side plank as soon as you can when you get there. Job, keep pushing those hips up. Let that oblique feel it. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Down to your stomach. I, Y, T, W, O. Those are your letters, and you're going at your own pace this time. Begin. Remember, keep those hands, fingertips elevated above the glutes. We're squeezing our glutes, keeping everything from the knee down off the ground, so that's activating our lower back, strengthening that muscle, especially from sitting so long for work. This is a great one to do. Three, 2, 1. Last round. 30 seconds for them all. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Back to that rock. Don't forget, if you need to bend the knees, just kind of rock back and forth to get used to it. That's okay too. You're still working that back muscle that we are. It's that leaning back and then sitting yourself up without that lower heel, those calves touch the ground. That's what really makes you feel it in that core. 3, 2, 1. Side planks. Very quick transitions with this one because it's only 15 seconds each side. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And switch, transition to that other side. Hold it as soon as you get there. 3, 2, 1. Very good. All right, for IYTWO, pick a letter. You only get one, and that's what you're going to hold for the 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hold your letter. I, Y, T, W, or O. Halfway. Job, keep holding it, everything up off the ground that's supposed to be. 3, 2, 1. Set those hands down. Sit back in a child's pose. Just one quick little stretch to send us away. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Stay there if you need to, and have a good rest of your day.